Scientists just decoded a 4,000-year-old chemistry formula. Ancient Egyptian embalmers created preservation so perfect that bodies survived 40 centuries. The ingredients they combined reveal chemical genius that modern labs struggle to replicate. Here is the mystery that baffled scientists for centuries. Egyptian mummies should not exist. Organic tissue decomposes within weeks under normal conditions. Bacteria, fungi, and enzymes break down flesh rapidly. Yet bodies prepared by ancient embalmers survived 4,000 years looking almost lifelike. Ancient texts mention natron salt and wrapping techniques. But something was missing from the explanation. Natron alone cannot prevent decay at the cellular level. Researchers knew embalmers used mysterious balms and resins. But which ones? In what combinations? The recipes died with the last embalmers around the 4th century. For generations, archaeologists could only guess. Then in 2023, a discovery in an underground workshop changed everything. But what they found inside those ceramic vessels would rewrite our understanding of ancient chemistry entirely. The breakthrough came from an unlikely source. In 2016, archaeologists discovered an embalming workshop at Saqqara, buried beneath the desert for over 2,500 years. Inside, they found something remarkable. Over 100 ceramic vessels still contained residue from the mummification process. These were not empty artifacts. They held actual chemical evidence. Each vessel bore labels in hieratic script identifying the contents. Names like Antiu and Safed had appeared in ancient texts for centuries. But nobody knew exactly what those words meant. Now scientists had the physical substances to test. If this sounds like a cold case finally getting DNA evidence, that is exactly what happened. Researchers from the University of Munich applied gas chromatography and mass spectrometry to these ancient residues. The results shocked everyone. These embalmers were not just craftsmen. They were chemists operating at a level we never imagined possible. But here is where it gets truly extraordinary. The analysis revealed 17 distinct organic compounds in those vessels. 17. Not simple plant extracts. Complex mixtures requiring precise knowledge of botanical sources and chemical interactions. One discovery stunned researchers more than any other. They found damer and elemi resins. These substances come from trees that grow only in Southeast Asian rainforests. Let me put this in perspective. Ancient Egyptian embalmers were importing ingredients from over 4,000 miles away. This was not occasional trade. The quantities found suggest regular, sustained commerce spanning decades or centuries. The trade networks required to accomplish this rival modern global supply chains. And remember, this happened 3,000 years before the first cargo ship. But the distance was not the most impressive part. What they did with these ingredients reveals chemical understanding we assumed belonged only to modern science. The embalmers mixed specific resins to create antibacterial barriers. When scientists tested these ancient mixtures against modern bacteria, the results were remarkable. Some combinations showed antimicrobial effectiveness comparable to modern hospital antiseptics. Think about that for a moment. Without microscopes. Without germ theory. Without any understanding of bacteria as we know it. Egyptian chemists developed antibacterial formulas through pure empirical observation over generations. They watched what worked. They refined their techniques. They passed down knowledge through master-apprentice relationships spanning centuries. And here is what makes this even more impressive. They understood that different body parts required different chemical approaches. Head and torso received different treatments than limbs. Internal organs got specialized formulas. The vessels at Saqqara were labeled not just by ingredient but by intended use. One jar might say for the head while another specified for wrapping. This was systematic chemistry organized by application. But everything I have told you so far is just the foundation. Because here is where the real revelation begins. The term antiu appeared constantly in ancient mummification texts. Egyptologists translated it as myrrh for over a century. The Saqqara analysis proved this completely wrong. Antiu was not a single substance. It was a carefully calibrated mixture of cedar oil, juniper extracts, and animal fats blended in specific ratios. One word. Multiple ingredients. Precise formulation. This changes everything we thought we knew about Egyptian pharmaceutical texts. How many other ancient terms actually describe complex recipes we have been misinterpreting for generations? The Saqqara workshop suggests dozens. And this discovery has implications far beyond mummies. If Egyptian embalmers documented chemical formulas using coded terminology, what other ancient medical and industrial knowledge remains hidden in texts we thought we understood? The answer might reshape ancient history. Now let me show you exactly how the embalmers achieved cellular preservation. This is the chemistry nobody talks about. When a body dies, enzymes within cells begin self-digestion. This process called autolysis starts within hours. Bacteria accelerate decay through putrefaction. Egyptian embalmers attacked both problems simultaneously. First, natron salt dehydrated tissues by drawing out moisture through osmosis. Bacteria need water to survive. Remove the water, slow the bacteria. But natron alone leaves tissues brittle and damaged. This is where the resin mixtures became essential. Cedar oil penetrated tissue at the cellular level, replacing water with hydrophobic compounds that repelled future moisture absorption. Juniper extracts provided additional antibacterial protection. Animal fats created surface barriers. Beeswax sealed everything. Layer by layer, chemistry by chemistry, they built preservation systems into the tissue itself. Not just coating the outside. Fundamentally transforming the cellular structure. The Saqqara findings revealed something else remarkable. Embalming was not standardized. Different workshops developed different formulas. Regional variations existed. Price tiers offered varying levels of preservation quality. Wealthy clients received the full 17-ingredient treatment. Middle-class Egyptians got simplified versions. The poor received minimal preservation. This was an industry with product lines and quality control. Competition between workshops drove innovation. Trade secrets protected valuable formulas. Some embalmers specialized in particular body parts. Others focused on specific clientele. The workshop at Saqqara served a necropolis attached to a temple complex. Their clients were wealthy priests and officials who could afford premium preservation. The vessels found there represented top-tier mummification chemistry. But researchers believe simpler formulas existed for common people. Those workshops have not been found yet. But the search continues across Egypt. And this brings us to the revelation that changes how we view ancient knowledge. The Saqqara embalmers understood chemical principles we did not formally describe until modern organic chemistry emerged in the 19th century. They knew which plant compounds were hydrophobic. They understood antibacterial properties through observation. They developed systematic approaches to organic preservation that European scientists would not match for 3,000 years. This was not magic. This was not divine knowledge. This was empirical science developed through generations of careful observation and experimentation. Master embalmers tested formulas. They documented results. They refined techniques. They trained apprentices to continue the work. The workshop vessels proved they organized their knowledge systematically. Labels indicated ingredients, applications, and proportions. This is how science works. Even without the terminology. Even without the instruments. The method was there. The implications extend far beyond Egypt. If one ancient civilization developed sophisticated organic chemistry through empirical observation, others likely did too. Chinese alchemists. Indian Ayurvedic practitioners. Mesopotamian perfumers. The Saqqara discovery suggests we should re-examine ancient technical texts across cultures. The translation errors with Antiu prove we have been reading these documents too literally. Single words might encode complex recipes. Generic terms might describe precise formulations. Scientists are now applying the same analytical techniques used at Saqqara to residues from ancient sites across the Mediterranean.